Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's class, the topic that we are going to discuss is pair of angles. So before we move towards the topic which is pair of angles, do subscribe, like and share for more upcoming lessons and discussions. We'll move to the discussion. So the topic today that we are going to discuss is pair of angles. As we have seen, we have individual angles. So this is one individual angle. Let's say it is of 30 degrees. Next, we have other individual angle. Let's say it is of 60 degrees. Okay, this is one individual angle and this is other individual angle. So, angles are not just measured individually. Sometimes they come in pairs. So, these angles, when we do it in pair, it will look something like this. So, these pairs of angle will measure in different types. Okay, this is one individual angle and this is other individual angle. So, measuring the pair of angles is called pair of angles. We have different types of pair of angles and we will try to explore each type one by one. We'll see the definition. We'll solve few examples on different types for your better understanding. So let's see the very first type of pair of angle. Here is the first type, which is complementary angle. So as you can see, here are two angles. This is one individual angle and this is one other individual angle. So two angles, when they are called complementary angle, so let's see the definition. What complementary angle is? Two angles are complementary if their sum is 90 degrees. Okay. For example, if one angle measures 70 degrees and the other angle measures 20 degrees, what will be their sum? 70 degrees plus 20 degrees. How much you'll get? 90 degrees. Right? Sum of two individual angles, when it measures 90 degrees, it is called as complementary angle. Okay. So, when given angle is x degrees, then what will be its complementary angle? Yes. So, let's begin. So, when x degrees angle is given, its complementary angle will be 90 degrees minus x degrees. So, as you can see here, one angle is 70 degrees. So, let's say this is x degrees. So, when you want to find out complementary angle of this 70 degrees, how you will find out? You will find out by an equation, that is 90 degrees minus x degrees. Okay. So, 90 degrees minus how much is 70 degrees? X degrees, it is 70 degrees. Right? 90 degrees minus 70 is how much? 20 degrees. So, whenever an angle x degrees is given, you will find out its complementary angle by 90 degrees minus x degrees. So, this was the very first type of pair of angle, that is complementary angle. So, quickly, let's move to other type of angle, which is supplementary angle. What is supplementary angle here? So this is the definition of supplementary angle. Two angles are supplementary if their sum is 180 degrees. Let's say one angle measures 120 degrees and other angle measures 60 degrees. So when you sum up them, how much you'll get? 120 degrees plus 60 degrees equals to 180 degrees. So, when you measure these individual angles, when you add them up, the resultant, when it is 180 degrees, it is called as supplementary angle. Okay. Next, when angle x degrees is given, how you will find out its supplementary angle? Yeah, it is similar to the previous one which we discussed in complementary angle. Here, the supplementary angle of x degrees is 180 degrees minus x degrees. Now, let's say this is x degrees. So, if given x degrees, if they say find out supplementary angle of this x degrees, how much is x degrees here? 120 degrees. So, how you will find out its supplementary angle? By 180 degrees minus x degrees. 180 minus 120 degrees. How much you will get? 60 degrees. So, for given x degrees, which is 120 degrees, you will get its supplementary angle as 60 degrees. Next, let's see other type of pair of angle, which is conjugate angle. In this, what a conjugate angle is? Okay, here it is conjugate angle. Two angles are conjugate if their sum is 360 degrees. Let's say this measures 250 degrees and this individual angle measures 110 degrees. When you measure this both individual angles and when you sum up them, their resultant should be 360 degrees. So 250 degrees plus 110 degree equals to 360 degrees. So when given x and y, when you add them together, if you get resultant as 360 degrees, it is called as conjugate angle, right? If given angle is x degrees, how you will find out its conjugate angle? Yes, the similar step. You will find out conjugate angle of x degrees by 360 degrees minus x degrees. Okay. So we have discussed three types of pairs of angle. The very first one was complementary angle. So what is complementary angle? So two angles sum is how much? Yeah, 90 degrees. Next, supplementary angle. What is supplementary angle? Two individual angles. When we add them together, their sum should be 180 degrees. Right? The other type we have seen is conjugate. What is conjugate? Two angles, two individual angles, sum should be 360 degrees. Right? So this was the different types of angles we have discussed. Now let's discuss few problems on these different types of angles we have. So the question here is write the complementary, supplementary and conjugate angles for the following angles. So the first question here is A is given as 45 degrees. So the solution here is we need to find complementary, supplementary as well conjugate angle. Now the given x degrees in the question is 45 degrees. Let's say x degrees equals to 45 degrees. So first, how you'll find out complementary angle of this x degrees? Yeah, complementary angle of x degrees is how much? 90 degrees minus x degrees. What is x degrees here? 45 degrees. How much is 90 minus 45? It is 45 degrees. So, the complementary angle of 45 degrees is 45 degree. Next, we'll see similarly supplementary angle for given x degree. So here, what is x degree? X degree is 45 degree. Now, how you will find out supplementary angle of this x degree? Right? 180 degrees minus x degrees. So 180 degrees minus how much is x degrees? 45. How much will be your result? Yeah, it is 135 degrees. So supplementary angle of given x degrees 45 degrees is 135 degree. Next, you'll find out conjugate angle. Similarly, conjugate angle of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degrees. How much is x degrees we have? 45 degrees. Okay. 360 minus 45? 315. Right. So, conjugate angle of x degrees is 315 degrees. We have found complementary of x degrees is 45 degrees. Supplementary of x degrees is 135 degree and conjugate of x degree is 315 degree. Let's see few more problems. See here, the given x degree is 75 degree. The first thing we need to find is complementary, right? Complementary. So, complementary of x degrees is what? 90 degrees minus x degrees. So, what is x degrees in this? 75 degrees. How much is 90 minus 75 degrees? It is 15 degrees. Okay. Next, you'll see supplementary angle. Similarly, supplementary angle of x degrees is how much? How you'll find out? By 180 degrees minus x degrees. 180 minus what is x here? 75. So, how much result you will get? 180 minus 75? 105 degrees. Similarly, we'll find conjugate. So, what is conjugate of x degrees? Conjugate of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degrees. 360 minus how much is x? 75 degrees, right? What you'll get here? 365 minus 75? Right. 255 degrees. So, these are the angles when given x. Let's see one more problem. So, practice along with me so you can understand how much the topic you well understood, and you can also find out where you are stucking, and you can also find out any mistakes or errors you are doing. So, the given here x is 54 degrees. First, we'll find out complementary of this. Complementary of x degrees is 90 degrees minus x degrees. 90 degrees minus How much is x? 54 degrees. So 90 minus 54 is 36 degrees. Okay. Next, we'll find out supplementary angle of given x degrees. So supplementary of given x degrees is 180 minus x degrees. 180 degrees minus how much is x? 54 degree. So what answer you will get? 180 minus 54, 126 degrees. Next, we'll find out conjugate. What is conjugate? Conjugate of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degrees. 360 degrees minus what is x? 54 degrees. So what answer you'll get? 360 minus 54 is right. 306. So these are the complementary, supplementary and conjugate angles for given x degrees, which is 54 degree. Let's solve one more other problem. Practice along with me. So given x degree is 30 degrees. Complementary angle of this x degree is how much? 90 degrees minus x degree. 90 degrees minus 30 degrees. So what answer you will get? Right, 60 degrees. Next, we'll see supplementary. Supplementary angle of x degrees is 180 degrees minus x degrees. 180 degrees minus how much is x here? 30 degrees. So what answer you will get here? 180 minus 30 is 150. Right? So this is a supplementary of angle of given x degree. Next, let's see conjugate angle. Conjugate angle of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degree. 360 degree minus what is x given? 30 degrees. So 360 minus 30 is how much? 330 degrees. So these are the complementary angle, supplementary angle and conjugate angle of given x degree. Next, we'll see one more problem. So given here x is how much? 60 degrees. Given x is 60 degrees. First, you'll find out complementary angle of this x degrees. So complementary angle of this x degrees is 90 degrees minus x degree. 90 minus 60 degrees. How much? 30 degrees. Similarly, supplementary angle of given x degrees is 180 degrees minus x degrees. So what is given x here? 60 degrees. So what you will get? 180 minus 60. How much is 180 minus 60 degrees? It is 120 degree. Similarly, we'll see conjugate. Now, what is conjugate angle? Conjugate angle of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degree. So 360 degrees minus what is given x? 60 degree. So 360 minus 60 is 300 degrees. So for given x degrees, that is 60 degrees, what is complementary angle? It is 30 degrees. Supplementary angle is 120 degrees and conjugate angle is 300 degrees. Right? Next, one more problem. Here given x is 90 degrees. Here, what is x given? So, okay, given x is here 90 degrees. Now, we'll find out first complementary. Complementary angle of x degrees is 90 degrees minus x degree. Now, 90 degrees minus what is given x here? It is 90 degree. So, 90 minus 90 is how much? 0 degree. Next, let's see supplementary. Supplementary of x degrees is 180 degrees minus x degrees. What is given x? X is 90 degrees. Substitute in this. You'll get 180 minus 90 is 90 degrees. Next, you will find out conjugate. Practice along with me so you can understand better. You can understand, did you clearly understand the topic or not? Okay. So, conjugate of x degrees is 360 degrees minus x degrees. Now, 360 degrees minus what is given x? 90 degrees. So, how much is 360 minus 90? It is 270. Okay. For given x degrees, that is 90 degrees. The complementary angle is 0 degrees. Supplementary angle is 90 degrees. And conjugate angle is 270 degree. Next, one more problem. So here given x degrees is 0 degree. First, we'll find out complementary. Complementary of given x degree is 90 degrees minus x degree. 90 degrees minus what is given x here? 0. 0 degrees. How much is 90 minus 0? It is 90. So, for given x degrees, that is 0 degrees, the complementary angle is 90 degrees. Next, supplementary angle. Supplementary angle of given x degrees is, what is the equation to find out supplementary angle of given x degree? It is 180 degree minus x degree. Now, 180 degree minus what is given x? It is 0 degree. How much is 180 minus 0? It is 180 degree. Next, conjugate. Conjugate angle of given x degree is, how you'll find out? By 360 degree minus x degree. Now, 360 degree minus what is given x? It is 0 degree. So, 360 minus 0 is 360. At last, for given x degree, that is 0 degree, what is your complementary angle? It is 90 degree. What is your supplementary angle? It is 180 degree. What is your conjugate angle? It is 360 degree. So these were few problems on the topics which I explained about complementary angle and supplementary and conjugate angles. So if we summarize this, what is complementary angle? Recall once again, their sum must be 90 degrees. Conjugate angle, complementary angle. Next, what is supplementary angle? Their sum must be the pair of angles. When we add them together, their sum must be 180 degrees. Coming to conjugate angle, what is conjugate angle? The sum, when we measure, when the individual angles are measured, their sum must be 360 degrees, right? So this was the types of angles, like a pair of angles we have, and few problems I have explained. Next, see this question. Here the question is, which pair of angles are complementary and supplementary? So the first one, it is 30 degrees. The angle here is 30 degrees. The second question is, the angle here is 60 degrees. Next, here for the third one, the angle measure here is 120 degrees. Now, we need to find out which pair of angles are complementary and which are supplementary. So, what is complementary? Their sum must be 90 degrees, right? Next, what is supplementary? Their sum must be 180 degrees. So, first, we'll take first one. How much it is? It is 30 degrees. Next, we'll take second one. What is second one given? It is 60 degrees. Now try to sum this up. Let's see what we will get. 30 degrees plus 60 degrees. 60 plus 30 is how much? 90 degrees. So the first one and second one, first and second are which angle? They are complementary angle. Now let's see the other pairs. Take as we have taken here first and second. Let's try second and third. So what is second given? The angle given here is 60 degrees. Third one, what angle is given here? It is 120 degrees. So sum of 60 degrees plus 120 degrees, how much will get? 180 degrees, right? So the pair of second and third is which angle? It is supplementary angle, right? The first and second pair are the first and second pair are which angle? Complementary angle, whereas second and third pair are supplementary angle. You can look for third and one also. So when the pair of third and one, when we do sum of them, what you'll get? 120 minus 30, how much you'll get? 150. So no pair of angle, right? So first and second are complementary, second and third are supplementary angle. So that's all for today's class. If you found the topic interesting and helpful, and if you understand the topic very well, please like, share and subscribe. Let's see a few more problems in other class and we'll discuss more on it. So if you understand the topic very well, you can subscribe and like the channel for more discussions and content. So that's all for today. So bye bye for now. Let's see you in next class. Bye.